Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
They see allegation of corruption. There are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, you know exactly what happened up Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened up Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
There's part of the many challenges in Liberia: poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment. The question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Dara Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weir, I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Baka, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create? Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
They see allegation of corruption. There are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, you know exactly what happened up Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened up Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
There's part of the many challenges in Liberia: poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment. The question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Dara Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weir, I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Baka, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, John KOK and Princess Elesa Vante Colley. Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
They see allegation of corruption. There are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption. I mean, but that should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, you know exactly what happened on Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened on Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
Despite of the many challenges in Liberia, poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment, the question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As director who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weir, I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Waka, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, join KOK and Princess Alexa Vante Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? Now people come and play. I swear. How we the EPA with me then? Just start our man and they get it right. My husband has edition is signing from Freepo. What's that? You know, it's on us. We didn't buy it. Yes, we didn't buy it. We're running behind.
Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, but that should be good enough to go to prison as well.
Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, but that should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, you know exactly what happened on Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened on Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
Despite of the many challenges in Liberia, poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment, the question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As director who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weir, I want to publicly apologize to President Weir. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Baka, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, John KOK and Princess Alexa Vante Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? Now people come and play. I swear. I'm a winner EPA with me. The song I made and they get it wrong. I was small as edition and singing for free bowl. I was there to you know it's on say we didn't buy it here say na we mo ta ko le ba ibo running behind
it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you to us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest they show your kids can't go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, bringing poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. Mr. Rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things. But we're not seeing changes.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
We're not seeing changes.
What a pleasant way to welcome all of you, our people, to Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Kai Oliver Kai.
You wish haunting.
There are too many things happening in this country we ought to talk about on today's edition. Welcome. The Liberian people are concerned about too many issues in their country. The issue of selective justice on the part of the government of Liberia. The selective nature in terms of persecuting corruption is on the increase. And there is a need that Liberians demand fairness and justice on the part of their government. The government of Liberia again has exposed some of the sinister motives they've been operating under. When our government went to work and signed a deal behind closed door on Sunday, while we came from churches, our different churches on Sunday, your government was locked up in a hotel with some company officials to sign a deal of $1.8 billion. When in fact the deal was initially discussed at around $5 billion. Why the sudden decrease? Why then do we have a situation where the government of Liberia is unable to announce what they signed? Why did they have to take the U.S. embassy to inform the Liberian people about what was signed by our own government? That is going to be the conversation for the second segment. And so
just wanna ask you one question.
On the first segment of the show, we're going to be looking into the issue with the Saudi Arabia rights.
Let me ask you.
The documents in the possession of the Liberian media, several other newspapers and radio stations, online publication platforms have in their possession documents indicating that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs under D. Maswa Sakimia acted in line with her statutory duties as a government entity responsible for foreign relations in the country. And so in this communication, we're going to be reading the Front Page Africa publication. We're going to be looking into as exactly what the government is up to.
You say you was going to change.
We're also told
But we're not seeing changes.
that this same Unity Party government is involved in the distribution
We're not seeing changes.
of the very Saudi Arabia rice. And so why will you then go to the length of arresting people, jailing people for the very rice and other stuff that you yourself participated in? And so there are too many issues we'll talk about. We'll read the story. We'll have a whole conversation on it. The bold headline says, act of political vendetta. Is it an act of political vendetta? The case involving former Minister Maswa Sakimia, the political leader of MOVE, and the rest of the other folks, including Madam Mary Taino Bro. What is it? We'll look into that story and talk what is in the interest of Liberia. If somebody is corrupt, we will say it. If somebody needs to be persecuted beyond political recognition, we will say it. If the government is also being selective and practicing injustice in the fight against corruption, specifically with the case under review, we are also going to say it. But be reminded that this government, the Unity Party government, has increased the price of rice. They've increased the price of cement. And 2-3 days ago, they increased the price of petroleum products. And so you be thinking in the community as to whether this is a rescue government or a government that came to escalate tension and suffering on the Liberian people. I'm told Mobake Molu Jr. and Stan, with Axel Jackson being the spokesperson of the protest on July 17, will be protesting to bring some of these things to the government's attention. Oh, yes. And so while all of these things are happening, it is our job as an independent media institution to do political commentaries on these issues making the news in our country. And so on today's edition, we will come back to you with the cash giveaway. Freedom FM 87.9 and Win Liberia cash giveaway here on your People's Radio. Again, we have been so nice. We've been so nice in our independence. But again, let's go back to the situation of giving you cash on this radio. It used to be $100 Liberian to play, so that when you lock it, you'll receive $4,000. But we have reduced that to $50 Liberian. So you don't need to spend $100 LD anymore for regular play.
But we're not seeing changes.
All you need is just $50 Liberian just to play one time. If you have $100 Liberian, you play 2 times. 150 will allow you play 3 times, and you can do the rest of the calculation. And so on today's edition, we are hoping to give people money. Plenty of people money. That's what we hope to do, and we are hoping that will be done. So as we keep talking these political issues, it is your job to keep playing *255 *1#. Just make sure you have some money on your phone, and you can play using the short code *255 *1#. Right here on Win Liberia Freedom FM cash giveaway. When you're lucky, we call you, we'll give you $4,000. If your luck is too much, the machine could pump $5,000 for you. If you woke up on the right side of the bed today, maybe your luck overflows. You could be kicking away with $10,000 Liberian dollars. It depends on how strong your luck is and how well you play. Because the people say the more you play, the better your chances are. Just so before we go and take our break to come back and start to deal with the Saudi Arabia issue, be reminded that when you play on anybody's show, you can be called on anybody's show. I repeat, if you play on a DJ SB Nambe, it's possible he will not call you because maybe your luck is not there under his watch. Maybe in the morning, Baby Boy will call you, a DJ Hero will call you. Maybe it is DJ Marvis who will call you. It is possible Austin Kawak will call you in the night. What matters is that by the time you play on this radio, by the time you dial *255*1 has your number in the system. Sometimes you'll be laying there, you're not even thinking. That's when one of the presenters will call you and say, hello, we're calling you from Freedom FM. Yeah, what's your name? Where you join us from? How many times did you play the cash giveaway? And when you do explain all of those issues, they will tell you either you win for yourself $4,000, you win for yourself $5,000, either you win for yourself $10,000 or $15,000 Liberian dollars. The prices will go up to $25,000, $40,000. And for our grand prize, which will be coming up in the next big promo, which is $1 million. So once you play, your number is there. The more you play, your numbers will keep scattering a lot. So anytime you are lucky, one of these presenters will call you. So when you play on my show, maybe you will not be called, but the next man who come in will call you. But trust me, I will call people, and people will win under my show. Those people who will win, some of them will not play under me. Some of them play Ever Since. Some of them play Nana. But what matters is that for your number to be on the line, anybody can be selected from on that line and give him money. Let's go and take our break. When we come back, we'll bring you a lot more of the issues making the news in this Republic of Liberia.
My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents United States dollars. You can win from $4,000 Liberian dollars up to $10,000 Liberian dollars. And for $200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from $15,000 Liberian dollars, $50,000 Liberian dollars, $100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to $1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
And you walk with it too, when bring the rubber. Then tell me so many no. Bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make a peace for them before. Stop Liberia from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop it for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-open, Omen Sam.
Crime Stopper, good people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it now for all. Crime Stopper, good people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it now for all.
Okay, so welcome back to Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Oliver Kine. Let's have this one conversation once and for all. Hold on. In the next couple of minutes before we go to take calls, we'll start to call some of our people who are winning. I'm looking at the dashboard and it is reading positively. I am seeing people going closer to winning, and we are going to do that. Somebody will win money here today. Some people will win money here today. Plenty of people will win money today, and it depends on how well you play. Star 252. Oh yes. Let me get it clear. Star 255 star 1 hatch. I almost got it mixed up. Star 255 star 1 hatch, and that will place you in the bracket. So it is up to you. We come into politics. So while we're talking politics, we'll not have the time to come back and keep talking star 255 star 1 hatch. So you keep playing. All you need to do, keep scattering your number in the machine, and by the time we start to pick it up, you could be one of those lucky winners who will win for yourself either 4,000, 5,000, or 10,000 Liberian dollars. Remember the golden rule: when you play, remain inside your phone, please. We're not gonna be calling you, and we're not getting you. I mean, it's embarrassing. We ain't like it. I mean, it almost like your pa gave you food, and you can say thank you. I mean, that doesn't look good. Your pa gave you food, you gotta say thank you, then he'll be encouraged to give you some more food. I mean, that's how it is. Even though you can watch dishes, he to provide the food, but it has to be mutual. I gave you food, you said thank you. Okay, good at that. I mean, we move together. So once you play, that's why we are now. The new system here, we're not forcing you to call your money. We'll not force you on the new system to say, oh, my name KOK, I'm calling from rehab. No, we don't want to know where you're living. You don't got to call your name. Just answer the phone and say, yeah, we ask you how many times you play, and you explain how that you receive the money. That's all we want. Maybe because you call your name, somebody who owing you, or you owing somebody, the person could know, say, oh, Austin Kawa win 5,000 on Freedom FM. Let me call him and get my $3,000 so you pay. Apparently, those are things that could, that could hinder some of you from wanting to answer your phone. So don't do it. You can just answer. You're not calling in. They may want to know that who win. So long as they may call you, say, my man, I hear some kind of voice, just like your voice. Say, man, I mean, and I'm a voice you hear down there, down your voice. They may ain't got no dealing with you. He can't hammer you. He can say nothing to you because it's not your voice. You ain't call your name. Simple. All we need from you is for you to clarify, for you to, to confirm that you receive your money, because our job here is to give money. If we don't give money, then that's a problem. So keep it coming in. In the next couple of minutes, we are going to go there. Keep it coming in. In the next couple of minutes, we will go there. Let me see if I can load this video. They how you call this thing? The rice issue is becoming a serious challenge in the country. Oh yeah, I'm seeing good numbers going up. So we started this conversation about the government being very selective and being one-sided in the business of fighting corruption. I particularly do not have any issues about this government fighting corruption. In fact, I want the government to ensure that every single penny that was misused in this country be accounted for. That's my rule. I would never fight any government from fighting corruption. But what I will not do, and I want to say this emphatically clear, what I would not do is to sit and allow people use politics and allow people use the fight of corruption and allow people high under the fight of corruption to tarnish the reputation of individuals who have no bearings. And that is where we are today. When you read the front page of the Front Page Africa newspaper, like you are seeing in my hand, you will see a bold story. Act of political vendetta? That's the question. And it says, documents show ex-foreign minister Kimia didn't receive Saudi rice funds. Money was paid directly to the vendor. Documents shows that he did not receive the funds. The money for the rice was paid directly to the vendor. That is what the Front Page Africa is reporting. And these documents are in the possession of the Liberian media. Hopefully on tomorrow we'll read you copies of it. But the bold story is clear. Documents show ex-foreign minister Dil Maswesa Akimiya did not receive Saudi rice fund. Money was paid to the vendor. And the story reads, corruption allegations made against former minister Maxwell Akimiya are being contradicted by documents and testimonies obtained by Front Page Africa. Contrary to the claims by former Assistant Minister for American Affairs, Maxwell Va, financial transactions tied to a Saudi rice donation were not handled by Akimiya or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but were paid directly to the vendor, Futa Corporation. This is a quotation. This is quoting the documents in the possession of the Liberian media, that the monies were not paid to the Minister of Foreign Affairs or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Instead, it was paid to the vendor, Futa Corporation. Futa Corporation is not in Guinea. Futa Corporation is not in Senegal. It is not in Togo. It is right here in Liberia, right here in Vatan. There where you have Futa Corporation. The government can go there and ask who received the money for the rice to be procured. Now, VAR recently accused Akimiya of misappropriating a total of $4 million in foreign assistance, US $2.5 million from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and US $1.5 million from the Kingdom of Morocco, allegedly meant for food aid and the renovation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs headquarters. The claims have since sparked the debate and drawn public attention, but new evidence reviewed by Front Page Africa appears to clear Akimiya of wrongdoing. New evidence reviewed by Front Page Africa appears to clear Akimiya of wrongdoing. In 2022, September 2027, in 2022, September 27, the government of Saudi Arabia transferred the amount of $2.5 million to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. US $500,000 for food aid and US $2 million for restoration of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, VAR stated in an interview. Blah, blah, blah. However, a thorough review of official documents and correspondence shows that the Saudi food aid came in the form of rice, 29,412 bags of rice, valued at approximately $425,918. These goods were not procured or paid for by the Liberian government, but were arranged and financed directly by the Saudi authorities, with Futa Corporation serving as the vendor. So the Saudi Arabia people did not come to Liberia and give the money to the Liberian government. They went straight to Futa and paid for the rice, and they told the Liberian government, say, we get a rest for y'all. That is what the document is saying. Now we go further. In a letter dated May 10, 2023, addressed to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Futa Corporation's General Manager Umaru Bari confirmed the receipt of the funds directly from the donor and requested a balance payment for the remaining amount. This is an excerpt of the letter. Sir, we did receive $487,135 attached on May 10, 2023, with a shortage of US $12,864. Based on our issued invoice to KS Relief, Barry wrote. Therefore, we humbly request through your office for reimbursement of the outstanding balance on this transaction. We highly appreciate your valuable business and look forward to more engagements in the future. This correspondence indicates that the entire transaction was handled by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's humanitarian arm, the King Sabmad Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center, the KS Relief, without the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or Maxwell Kimia having access to or control over the funds. Further undermining Vice claims is video footage and eyewitness accounts obtained by Front Page Africa showing Kimia and the Internal Affairs Minister Vernie Salif, along with officials of the National Disaster Management Agency and the Saudi Arabia representatives overseeing the rice distribution at GSA and the National Disaster Management Agency facilities. During the handover, Kimia was captured on the video telling the National National Disaster Management Agency officials, this rice must go only to the vulnerable Liberians. No public official, including myself, should benefit from it. It is not for personal use. Multiple foreign affairs staff confirmed to Front Page Africa that Kimia did not take part in the procurement, storage, or distribution of the rice and did not personally request to receive any portion of the consignment. On the matter of the alleged US $2 million in Saudi fund for the Foreign Ministry renovation, documents show that any renovation support provided by the Saudis did not pass through Kimia or the ministry. The renovation contract was handled by MDMC, a Liberian construction firm selected through the public procurement process and blah, blah, blah. So the funds came to Liberia, according to what is here. The funds came to Liberia. The government of Liberia, specifically the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and other relevant entities were the ones that signed that particular communique, and a firm was selected through the PPCC, and that firm is MDMC. The renovation contract was handled by MDMC, a Liberian construction firm selected through the Public Procurement and Concession Commission process, in line with standard government operating procurement procedures. The process was overseen by the Ministries of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Finance, Development Planning. Reviewed by Front Page Africa shows that Kimia was not a signatory to any of the instrument or contract related to the renovation and had no administrative role in awarding the contract. No, I can go on to read and reread the rest of this story, but that's going to be a waste of our time because of the magnitude of the conversation today, the amount of cash we're supposed to pay out today, and the rest of the other things we have to talk about. But let me say this. A few months ago, sometimes in last year, we raised a particular issue regarding the government of Liberia under President Bouaka, in which the president went to ECOWAS and told ECOWAS to prevent D. Maxwell Kimia from being from being ECOWAS representative to Sierra Leone. We went to our investigation. We started getting plenty of winners. I will soon call some of them. Just hold on. We did our investigation. We already started getting winners, so when you're out there, don't worry. We did our investigation. It became clear that the government under President Bouaka went to ECOWAS and told ECOWAS that Maxwell Kimia store rests in this country and he should not be ECOWAS representative to Sierra Leone. And you know, in ECOWAS, in most instances, the government of the day in diplomacy would normally have the edge. And so it disturbed Ambassador Kimia's appointment as ECOWAS representative to Sierra Leone. Now, in the government's attempt, because by this time, ECOWAS said, look, since the man got issue on him, let's put another person there and do our own investigation. Now, it has been reported from individuals in this Unity Party government that when ECOWAS started the investigation into the rice saga, a major story that was used by this administration to deprive Ambassador Kimia's, Ambassador Kimia from being appointed in Sierra Leone. When the government knew that people were investigating, they decided to come up with this whole operation about rice this one, rice stolen, rice misuse, so that they can justify a particular story that was used to implicate Ambassador Kemea when he was to be appointed as ECOWAS eyeball in Sierra Leone. We're still investigating and trying to validate this particular claim made by people within the government who do not support vindictiveness, who do not support vendetta. They are speaking to us on the basis of confidentiality. They are confiding in us that the only reason you saw us brought about this whole investigation is because Kemea have opportunity to go in the international space to work. And when they go in the international space, they're going to have sufficient money, they're going to have sufficient power, and that is going to fight us in 2029 if we do not fight them back. So since ECOWAS and other regional bodies have their representatives in Liberia quietly investigating to know whether that truth we not tell them or we not say true to them, we need to bring this case up so that it appears like what we're saying in the corner that were true. Because at the end of the day, this very government, this very Unity Party government, the same rights that the second Kemea them stole, there are multitudes of videos to show the same government sharing the very rights that say that these Master Kemea them stole in this country. Hold on. We got multitudes of those videos. Plenty full of those videos. Plenty of them. And that's the conversation we are having. We have plenty of those videos. Hold on right there. Just hold on. Hold on right there. Let's go to this other video. This same government is on record of distributing the same rice that they say these people stole. The same government is on record for distributing the same rice. So how come the same rice you said the people stole, that the same rice you're distributing? And all of the communication we are talking about from Saudi Arabia, all of this rice, the communication we are talking about from Saudi Arabia, all of the communication we're talking about from Futa Corporation, these communications are currently in my possession. As I speak, there's the communication. We'll be reading it. The very government is on record for distributing the very same rice that they said the people stole. And those of you who are watching online, I want you to watch this video. When we finish watching the video, I will tell you something about it. We'll go pay some people some money. Then we'll come back and talk another issue. But I'll tell you what's happening in the country, and I'll tell you why they are doing what they are doing. Hold on. I'll tell you why they are doing what they are doing. The same rice. Those of you who are watching on the screen, you will see the screen is very small, but we're about to release the audio so that you will listen to it. The same rice that the government is holding these people responsible for is the same rice that they were distributing. They took some of the same rice to Bon County when the fire was happening. The disaster management team took the same rice. The current disaster management agency took the same rice to fire disaster area and different places in the country. So if you want to fight corruption in this country, let it be about the real issues. How come you are in opposition? You say, Joey, our government stole 16 billion. You come to power, you not go persecute 16 billion, but the rest you go after. Does that show that you are serious about fighting corruption? You argue that the government stole 25 million. You are not going after the 25 million mobile exercise. You're not going after it because you know you are lying. The rest, you go chase after. The only reason is because you want to incapacitate people who you think will have the ability to empower your political opponent in Georgia. And because if you do not cripple them politically, if you do not, weaken them, they're going to be the breathing space for the president, the former president, and that will pose serious political challenge to you. So I want the Liberian people to watch this video. The same rights where they say the Mary Brothers stole, Kimmy Allen stole, the same rights where they say the people stole, and the same rights this United Party Rescue government were distributing. In fact, President Barra was not even president. Some of that rights started going to Bon County and other places. I want you to watch it.
Members of the KOK State, I'd like to appreciate you for your presence here. Executive Director and staff of the National Disaster Management Agency. A request was made to the government of Liberia through the National Disaster Management Agency to provide full and non-full assistance to a rehab home that has been able to detox, rehabilitate the minds of several young persons who were wayward. The executive director thought it necessary that an intervention be made today. And this is why we are here at the rehab home in Star Bay. Not to bore you with words, let me present to you Honorable Ansu V.S. Dollar, Senior Executive Director, National Disaster Management Agency.
This Ansu Dollar Senior is the current National Disaster Management Agency head. He was there distributing the same Saudi Arabia rice. What they say the Georgia government stole all. Listen to it.
Let me present to you Honorable Ansu V.S. Dollar, Senior Executive Director, National Disaster Management Agency, for the presentation of the food and non-food items.
Thank you, Honorable Machifigo. We have come today upon your invitation, your persistent invitation that the National Disaster Management Agency come to visit the rehab home at the Star Base. Upon disaster management and rehabilitation, loss and damage, and recovery. The government of Liberia, through His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai, told us why that we come here at this time to make this donation to you. This is government of Liberia donation to the National Disaster Management Agency. Thousands of youth have been affected by drugs and other narcotic substances.
Okay, so listen, he is making this donation in the name of President Joseph Newman Boakai. The same rights where they say Georgia Minister all. That the same rights he's about to present. And this is not the only event where they did the presentation. They've been distributing the rights. Since they came to power, they've been stealing the rest, eating the rest, giving the rest to some people. They've been doing the same distribution that the previous government was doing. The previous government was distributing rights to Zogo, distributing rights to other people, vulnerable people, disaster, people who are hit with disaster. The same thing they started doing with the same rights. I mean, the same rights you participated in distributing. Yeah, what he said President Georgia, he said President Joseph Boakai, listen to him.
To make this donation to you. This is government of Liberia donation to the National Disaster Management Agency. Thousands of the government of Liberia, through His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai, told us why that we come here at this time to make this donation to you. This is government of Liberia donation to the National Disaster Management Agency.
Okay, so you heard it? This is government of Liberia donation to the National Disaster Management Agency. So why are you guys doing the things you are doing? Let's go give somebody money. Let's go and go give somebody money. Then we come back. I mean, I told you so. We're not wasting time with giving people money. When plenty of people got money, you know, we got plenty of people to call. But let's just see if we can call this person quickly. The same rice that you were making noise about is the same rice Ansu Dole, the head of the National Disaster Management Agency, went to the Zogo camp to go distribute. Distribute. Where did he take it from? Where did he take it from? And so the only reason why, according to our deep place sources in the Unity Party, several of them who calls on the basis of confidentiality, they say we should not call their names. The reason why is because I'm saying this to you. The reason is because these people are politically proceeding. 2 days before Maswa Kimia could get arrested and detained at the Central Prison, he had a program, an elaborate program where young people were being trained, given skills at his political party headquarters. You know, he's the political leader of Move. That's how we call it in Liberia. He's the political leader of Move. He had a program at his headquarters where young people got trained, women and girls got trained in different vocational, disciplines. At that program, he mentioned that nothing is going to stop George Weah from coming back to power. I'm just paraphrasing. I do not have his direct words. But he said nothing will stop President Weah from coming back to power. From the day he made that statement, he became a target. And that was also in fulfillment of justifying the lie that was told against him at ECOWAS in Sierra Leone. So they say, okay, so we'll stop the man from going to Sierra Leone. He still won't be using an influence to keep lobbying and negotiating for President Weah to come back. Let's go near him. Let's carry him to South Beach. I mean, how do you do this and think it is corruption? And so you took him to South Beach. Let's see if we can call this person quickly. Let's call this person. Hold on. Let's call the person. We got to multitask. Let's call this person. We have to multitask. Let's see if we can call this person. We got to multitask. Oh, yes. We have to multitask. Let's go and call this person. You can win 4,000. You can win as many as you can. Let's go and multitask. Yes, let's go and multitask. This person's phone is ringing. Please pick up your telephone. This person's phone is ringing. Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Okay, you are in tune to Freedom Radio Liberia, sir. What's your name?
Philip Nipa.
Mr. Yimpa, how many times did you play the cash giveaway today?
12 times.
12 times, Mr. Yimpa. And I'm calling you on my ship. This is KOK. You won for yourself $4,000.
Okay, thank you.
So please check your phone and verify, then you call back, please.
Okay.
Okay, check your phone and make sure whether it is there, then you call back. If you don't call, we'll call you back.
I will call you. Let me make sure.
Okay. Congratulations, my dear brother. So he won for himself 4,000 Liberian dollars. You too can be the same. Let's go back to our topic. Like I was saying, the only reason why this man has been fought at this level is because he started announcing how they will ensure that George Weah is returned to the Liberian presidency. That was his only crime. And because somebody wanted to justify what they said at ECOWAS that deprived him of winning, and so that's what it is. Now let's see if this person is available. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's Philip Nipa. I received it.
Oh, you received it. How much did you receive?
4K.
4,000. Congratulations. Keep playing, my dear brother.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. We go back to the topic. So the point is, you do not have to be political about the fight against corruption. It is bad. You will be undermining the true essence of the fight against corruption. It is not a good thing. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? It is a bad thing. Why are you doing it? Okay. Why are you doing it? Let me go and play for you another video. This video is from Joy FM. Let me go and play for you another video. This video I'm about to play for you is from Joy FM. Oh my God. This video I'm about to play for you is from Joy FM. Let me go and play for you this other video. This one is from Joy FM. In that video, you'll see the rest. Bag. The one librarian called bag, you will see the rest. Vis-a-vis. You will see the rest outside. Vis-a-vis, you will see the rest. Oh my God. All right. Those of you who are following, you will see the rice. The same Saudi Arabia rice, what they call it now, you will see the rice. You will see the same Saudi Arabia rice here on the string. The same rice. The same Saudi Arabia rice donation. The same rice, over 200 bags distributed by Mamaka Ability. Mamaka Ability distributed over 200 bags of that rice. Where did she do the distribution? She presented her rice on behalf of President Joseph Boakai, President-elect. And she also presented $10 million. The same rice. That they how they call that thing? They bunker the thing. So President Boakai was not even president. He started distributing the same rice. Mamaka Ability distributed the same rice. The same rice, my people. The same rice was distributed by Mamaka Ability. 250, how they call the thing? 200 bags of the same rice was distributed by Mamaka Ability. The CDC government gets more the rest to poor people. The rest not feeling. The small one were left in the warehouses. These men are not even kind of power. They started giving the rest out. Mamaka Ability used 200 bags of that rice and gave it to fire disaster victims in Bonkande. It was not a bad thing because people burning fire, the family worrying, they needed rice. Plus 10 million Liberian dollars. It is because of that 10 million Liberian dollars, Yega Koluba and the United Party broke apart because Yega was asking where you guys got money from. President Boakai said he was living on loan. He didn't have money. We just made him president. We're not putting him in power yet. He's just president-elect. How come he got up to $10 million that he gave him fire victim when 2 months ago he was telling us he was living on loan? That how made Yeka today, Yeka Koluba and the party government not in good rapport because of the same rice and that money. And so how do you grab people and put them in jail and disgrace them like that? Okay, good, you are fighting corruption, but do it holistically. Do it in the confines of the law. You got people who you accuse in your own government of being corrupt. Over 5 months, you accuse some people, they still passing around, some people going to club every night. They're not on bond, they're not on nothing, but they're free. You didn't jail them. And that's why when you listen to the intro of our show, Freedom Hub, when you listen to the intro of our show, just hold on, let me play it for you. Hold on, let me play it for you. And for those of you who are listening, star 255, star 1. I keep seeing a lot of winners. We'll come back again to call. I told you we'll keep calling me plenty of winners on the show these days. For those of you who have not listened to the intro of our show, I made that statement in the intro. And every day before the show comes on, it will be on. Take your time and listen to it.
Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If you understand it, why not subject them to the same treatment? This is my voice on one of the shows. And you keep listening to this thing every time on the radio. Every time you keep listening before Freedom Hub starts. The same The same crime, the same reason why you are arresting and jailing other people. There are people who are also being alleged to be involved with acts of corruption. When you are alleged to be corrupt, you are not corrupt. When they say you steal, it mean you steal. Somebody just accuse you that you steal. When they carry you to court, they will have to prove it. If they cannot prove it, it means they lie on you. You are guilty. I mean, you are not guilty. You will walk free from the court. You can choose to sue that person for character assassination, or you can choose to lead them with God. Let God judge them. When you are accused, you are not guilty. You accuse Master Kimia, and they are not guilty. You accuse Rosalind Swakoko Dennis from the Unity Party government at Noka. She's not guilty until she's proven guilty in the court of competent jurisdiction. These are all alleged cases, alleged corruption. But you can't have other people who are alleged to be corrupt going to jail, and other people who are alleged to be corrupt also free. That is selective justice, and that is what the government is involved with. And that's what we are complaining. You think I got issue with who stole rest, who not steal rest? When you have the evidence that Master Kimia stole rest, go and prosecute him. You have the right to do so. If he did not steal rest, if he did not misapply the rice ration, if he was not deeply involved, if he was not even involved in rice distribution, storing, and everything according to how, according to the record in possession of Front Africa and other people, you need not to even implicate him. That is dangerous. That is dangerous. You need not implicate him. That is not, you need not to implicate him. So I want you to take a time and listen. And that's what we say in that same audio that, hey, if Master Kimia can go to jail, other people too should go to jail. I mean, Moda, who was also accused of using government money to buy cars. That's not out of alleged corruption. You allege that he acted corrupt to get a car. He resigned, you are lying to go scot-free. He did not go to jail. But you're telling, I mean, you sent another man who is being alleged to go to jail, alleged of corruption. No court found him guilty, but you're saying to jail. But other people who are being alleged to be corrupt, you have them in the same situation, you can't send them to jail. That is injustice, and that's why we're keeping it on our intro. Listen to it.
Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me.
Has to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me. You know exactly what happened on Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened on Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt.
Okay. All right. And that is the reason why we sounded the way we sounded, and it is going to be on our intro. If Master Kimia can be good to go to jail, then why? I mean, but they can go to jail. Why Rosalind Swakoko Dennis can go to jail? Why the other people can go to jail? That has been selective, and you don't do that in any country like Liberia. I mean, any country that is supposed to be independent and law abiding, like we claim to be in Liberia, and this is unfortunate. So Front Africa got all of the records, and I do have these records in my possession. I got all of the documents. Oh, I got it here. The document where the rest company wrote the Saudi authority and tell them, say, the railway buy from all else Mogido Liberia, you're not paying our balance money here with that 12,000 plus balance. Futa Corporation wrote the Saudi humanitarian office that the money where you pay or you say, oh. Saudi Arabia, you say, oh, we finish giving Liberian government the rest, you say, oh. So it clearly shows that there was not a single cent for rest given by the Saudi government to the government of Liberia. No, the Saudi government ain't get government say money say you go buy rest. No, they don't say can they buy the rest, then they turn the rest over to the Liberian government. And so when you find a former assistant minister who is being used by this administration, I mean, I would not want to deal directly with Minister Va, because I mean he's in the business of politics. There are people who are pawns, political pawns, people who are used, to implement some stuff. I mean, he's just one of those people. I mean, it is a shame that you would say that you say $500,000 came to Sakimia to buy the rest. It's a shame that you say 500,000 came to Maswa Sakimia through the foreign ministry to buy the rest. When in fact, the very Futa Corporation has written a letter to the Saudi government, telling the Saudi government, oh, the railway you bought from us, you got to pay our money back. If it was Maswa Sakimia who took the money and bought the rice, the borrowed money from Futa Corporation would have written Maswa Sakimia as the Minister of Foreign Affairs to request for the borrowed money, because it would have meant a transaction between the Foreign Affairs and Futa Corporation. Futa did not write the Foreign Ministry. Futa wrote Saudi Arabia asking for the borrowed 12K. And so we agree you want to fight corruption. We support your fight against corruption. If anybody is corrupt, go and investigate them. If you find them guilty, you can have them persecuted. It is in the confines of the law. If it is in the confines of the law, and it is in your authority as a government. But don't do it from a vindictive perspective. Don't do it as a justification for proving a political point. And that's all I can say on this topic. I ain't going to say more on it. But trust me, if we should fight corruption, it should be holistic. It should be. Especially the rest why you share. To Mamaka Billy today. Mamaka Billy didn't carry to Bon County. Mark Jabate carries some of the rest to bombing to some of the mocks. Mark Jabate carries some of the rest to bombing to some of the mocks. You heard Ansu Dollar, the video I just played, distributing the rest of some Zogos. And they did everything with the rest in this country. They did the business with the rest of some of the mocks. Some of the churches doing Christmas, there are videos to that effect. So how do we come out and say, oh, the Saudi Arabia got rest, the previous government stole all? How do you do that? And you have people on Facebook making those kind of claims? If you politicize the fight against corruption, you will undermine it. Dating a politics, if Maswa Kimia said Joria will come back to power, you guys in power. You can tell your own, you can say, oh, Joey, will not come out of power. That politics, let everybody talk. But we got to mention the way you're performing, the way you increase rest price, we are likely come to power. The way gasoline price is up, we are likely come to power. The way cement price already gone up yesterday, we are likely come to power. The way you're treating motorcycle generally they not get live, we are likely come to power. The way you guys are treating young boys and young girls, generally they not even belong to the country, we are likely come to power. The way the country high like this, where even business people complaining that people not buying from them, things are becoming difficult, we are likely come to power. The way students and parents are struggling for school fees to the point where schools now start running almost 50 installments every year. We have elected come to power. There are indicators that the government is failing. There are indicators that the people in the country are suffering. There are indicators that things are not proceeding right there in this country. No sound person will see what's happening in Liberia and still continue to think that the ruling party got chances. So if a political leader of a political institution who is not a member of the Rescue Alliance come out and say, from what we see, from the way things are proceeding, from the way the laws are being broken, the laws are being violated, from the way the government was supporting fake speaker, and later on the fake speaker had to resign and recontest, from the way Supreme Court mandate is being disrespected by the government, from the way the government is auctioning our resources, from the way things are being done, from the way secret killing going on, from the way we have, an AFL soldier who is missing today. Officer Harris, his family can see him. I hosted him the last time. So your man go to military hospital, he lost. His family can see him. Imagine when civilian go to civilian hospital, what will happen? So in the midst of all of these things happening in the country, it all boils down to a point that there is a likelihood that this government might not get re-elected. So if somebody say that thing, you gotta go bring rest story where the person you go pay one assistant minister to say, oh, the minister received 500,000 for the rest. When documenting our possession, which we will post on Freedom FM official website, we post those documents from Futa Corporation. Futa was asking the Saudi Arabia authority that, hey, my man, y'all took our rest, y'all pay some of the money, y'all say got 12,000 plus for us. Y'all please bring our bound money back. If it was Master Siakimi then who would spend the money to buy the rest, Futa Corporation would have written Master Siakimi then to tell him, say, my man, y'all bring our money back. So you don't do that. You ran behind this man. This man should have had a position in Sierra Leone. You ran behind him and you took the position. a Liberian would have been the eye for ECOWAS in Sierra Leone. You ran behind him and took the position. I don't even know who the person that replaced him. I don't know what nationality that person comes from. But a Liberian had that opportunity. Whatever money he would have made in that place as salaries and benefits, he would have invested that money in Liberia, not in Sierra Leone. That would have given Liberia some form of additional money. Unfortunately, out of being so vindictive, you ran after him, you got him off the job. In Liberia, you come and say, okay, since you don't want me working ECOWAS, well, I will be diplomatic, I will not be involved with politics. I will come back here and be senior, and be one of the senior advisors to the former president. Since you do not want me, to be in the diplomatic space, you fighting me here and there. I'll be around the former president, and I'm gonna be declaring that he will win again. You get fair again, you carry the man to jail. You say the man stole rest, you carry him to jail. Somebody who you allege that is they misused $95,000 to buy a car. You don't carry the person to jail. Somebody who you say steal rest where the man not even know the money. You carry the man to jail. You say somebody stole no car money, bought 4 cars for themselves. You not carry out to jail. The man who is still rest where you are sharing your distributing when you not even become president. You carry people to jail for that rest. Where you yourself was sharing. Mamaka Belede was sharing it. Majawata was sharing it. All the other men are sharing it. Rest where you yourself are sharing. That the rest you carry people to jail for. But people who committed acts of corruption under your watch. The wife of the president, the first lady, in her office, people were duping people with money. Duping people. They don't go to jail. Sarah Besler Yanti, your current foreign minister, is on record. Today, Matthew Yimplu is no longer a government official. He was dismissed. Oh yeah, he was suspended and he resigned. Sorry, he was suspended, he resigned. You suspended him because he exposed a 419 scholarship scheme that was being operated by Sarah Beslo Yanti, the current Minister of Foreign Affairs. Well, when you bring 250, they will promise you to carry you to America Nicotech scholarship. Matthew Yimplu criticized that scholarship. He called it a B419 scholarship. You fought him, suspended him, and he was forced to resign. You not care Sarah Beslo Yanti J for the Liberian people cheering who 250 they made Nicotech, that Ghana company and other funny company to eat the money. You not care how the J. That is an act of corruption to mislead people on a false pretext that they will get scholarship to go to America and you don't do it. That's a form of corruption. It's not lottery you running. At the end of the day, the people they say sitting around in the country, they're not going nowhere. They still sitting in the country. Whether they'll get the money, I do not know. But the Minister of Foreign Affairs still there. You're not arrested, you're not carried to jail. She's still passing around. It has been alleged that she had her hand in that whole operation. And I see allegation. Why she didn't go to jail? But you only arrest people who are from different places. So you don't do this to the country now. That's not how you fight corruption. That's not how you do it. We'll open up the lines for the next 5 to 10 minutes and see what is possible. We will open up the lines for the next 5 to 10 minutes and see what is possible. Let's take your calls on this particular topic. When we come back, we talk about the other selling of the natural resources of our country that this government is involved with. We'll take a break. When we come back from our break, we'll take this quick break. When we come back, we go directly and take calls on this particular topic, this issue of selective justice, and so forth. So we've declared it from Africa, and even the very company, the company said, no, Mazda Kimi don't buy rest from us. That the Saudi Arabia people that said, the Arab people that said, to buy the rest. In fact, the people stay high up to 12,000 for us. We got to ready people to pay our money back. So the man never had any dealing with buying rest from us. That information is false. It's misleading. Futa did not issue that statement to say false, misleading. But the fact that they came out and they said it is Saudi and then I did our business directly, it shows automatically by default that those who said Mazda Kimia were the one who bought rest and misused 500,000, it means they were lying. They shouldn't have said what they said. But let's take this quick break. When we come back, we go to take a few calls, about 10 of it. We take about 10 calls. Then later on, we go to see if we can pay some money here on 87.9. But while we are taking the course, keep playing *255 *1#, like the other winner and all of the other winners who will be calling. You too can be a winner. You can be lucky enough to win for yourself some money. It is not $100 anymore. It's just $50. For $50 Liberian dollars, you could win 4,000 just like the other guy. And that's why it is *255 *1#. Let's take a break. To be right back. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's see if we can take a break. Okay. Wow. This is alarming. This is alarming. Let's see this.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cent United States dollars. You can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for 200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on jackpot days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255 *1#. Again, dial *255 *1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. So you see it, because of the government vindictive nature. The former secretary of the Parliament of Ghana was appointed as ambassador to Sierra Leone. So Joe Baka fought his own loafer brother, Master Kimia, Jeff Joe Yabini, and made a man not to get a job in Sierra Leone. A Ghanaian went there and got the job. So whatever building the Ghana man will be in Ghana, business when you open for the job, or go Ghana or say Ghana fan, is because we fought a Liberian who would have brought those same opportunities back to our country out of vindictiveness. Out of vindictiveness. That's what we did. And it is terrible. We shouldn't be doing this to our country. We shouldn't be doing it. But let's go to the lines and take a few calls. When we come back, we will see if we can go to the telephone and give some people some money. *255 *1# is the code. $50 and no more $100. 50 LD, no more $100. Let's go to this person. Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing? Quickly.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah. My name is Beatrice. We are the former president.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to take you for the topic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you play wish, they can be looking for somebody that play wish behind you. We've been talking the this song with our number. That Joseph Bakana bad man. He never, you know what, that's a bitter than rest. Then he's looking for somebody that don't know nothing about it. The people that he's supposed to be working more at it, they want to go to 250,000 to the water pump. Then he's supposed to carry and under the hill that I want. You said you have to see the billion. The 50 billion attack we to order we are.
Yeah. You leave 16 billion, you go look for rest.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go behind and when you get behind them, what therefore? They're supposed to appoint them for effort that you go behind them or they take it for them. What can I hate that? When you behind them therefore? You won't see anything that associated with young behind the place in the place here.
Okay, we leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you, ma'am. Quickly.
Thank you for your topic.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, bro.
Go ahead.
Let's show out. Don't open our eyes. We're eating money. The business behind. They want to go somebody. Wakala period, wakala get agara was in the car. Don't stop in the party. That today, wakala get that same level food. What is it level? They want to write the best of again, listen, I will get back. That today, they want to get a lot of people that are trying to disgrace. Hello?
Oh, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes. God will come. And this is why we will talk fast. They will talk fast. They will have it. They will pay. If you buy the Bible, pay you. If you will pay you, you need to pay. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, *255*1#. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Good evening. Let's hear you. No time. Quickly.
Guys, this is Derek King, and I do join you from somewhere in Monrovia.
Go ahead, David.
The sheer cruelty and wickedness by Mr. Waka and his team will hunt them tomorrow. And this is why they will always sit and say, George Weah will not come back to power. Look, they are making the silent mistake. If they think that they will harass and intimidate everyone around President Weah, will make President Weah do not win election in the country. The election was to just be here today. President Weah will be announced president. So that's a no for a fact. Joe Biden is the president, but he do not have that presidency personality. George Weah, who is the former president, whenever he goes somewhere, he has that personality of being the president.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas he's a former president, he has that personality. But to see the old man, who could not even buy very good for his own law feet, President Weah going down, did everything for him. But President Weah want to sit down with the Joe family and get a 2 cow. He took 5 cows. They may open up that chicken. This is the kind of corrupt man we're talking about. He took that rest and distributed it. He carried the rest of Toyota, to Mameka Benete, with $50 million and gave it to the people of Toyota. That one led to Yeke Kolba, falling off with them.
I know.
And people will say, yeah, Yeke, what Yeke? This is good. Yeke knows that. Waka had nothing for himself. Waka was big carrying to Ilobi, taking to Taylor shop. And Benjamin will be taking. You saw that on video, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, but you know, that's the kind of man. Thank you, man, my brother.
Okay, thank you. And so the rice company, Futa Corporation said we were the ones. I'll read the letter. Trust me, I'll read the letter. Futa Corporation said they did the business with the Saudi humanitarian office, not Master Kimia. In fact, the Saudi Arabia people have money. The Arab people have some more money for them. 12,000 plus they had for them. So on what grounds were you arresting Master Kimia? There is a video that shows Master Kimia informing the custodian of the rice, the National Disaster Management and other people that, hey, this rice you see, don't give it to even government official will not take it. Even I myself will not take some of the rest. They had to distribute the rest to some of the Zogo, some of the other people. The one that left there after the election, when Joe Biden came to power, Mamaka Belede started carrying some Bon Kante, how they call him, Jabate started carrying some to bombing, and all the other places it started happening. *255*1#. After the course, we'll go and give somebody money. We'll come back again. We get another money. We'll just be giving money. So *255*1#. Let's talk to this person on the line and see who this person is. For those of you on the international line, you can join us on +231 886 500 104. Let's talk to a few more calls. Then we will call you a day on this particular topic here on 87.9. But this is how funny it is. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
I'm fine. You okay?
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you, Chief.
Okay. Thank you for the show this afternoon or this evening. My name is Abraham Bakari, aka 1200. I'll call you from District 13 to be precise, New Jersey. We told people around here that Mr. Bakai is a dreamer. What I'm trying to say, when I say dreamer in Madale, in Mabarakwe from Nimba County, it's a witchcraft.
No, you got to take that back. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it back. But this fussy always maintains that, you just want to destroy those bad image, but he cannot destroy us. Seriously, okay. He will not destroy us. One guy is still doing business as usual. He told us that there's no business. Hey, papi, he said he been parking as an old car to the garage. But now I think the old car is running now. And people are laughing with it. You see? Okay. I don't even know what to say. Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. *255*1#. Let's talk to this person. This other one. Hello, how are you? Okay, we missed out. Let's talk to this one. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Yeah, Mr. Silva, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear brother.
I join you from St. Paul's Bridge.
St. Paul Bridge. How are you, sir? Go ahead.
Okay. let me be frank with you. Union Party government see that the way they are corrupt, they just see how all the government looking. This is the reason why we are told them that I'm not a typical politician. I'm a politician by nature, or I'm not a typical politician. The way you're typical politician, they get lied against. They corrupt. So for them that typical politician, when they come there, they just see that every decision Joe we are took, they were corrupt. This is the reason why they took that poor man to jail. But the real people still, they don't want to take action. They happen around on their feet. But they don't want to take action. Well, they will see that everything that they're running after, former government official that is running after, everything will be clear and they will know that George Weah was doing well for the country. Thank you, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's go over *255*1# is the code. Let's see if we can talk to this person. Another morning loading. Let's talk to this one. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
My name is Edwin Koka now calling for talk community.
Go ahead, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, we always say, we told the people that the government program does not have plan anything for this country. Or all the experience that we have in government, up to this time, we are not getting what we're supposed to see. The whole experience to move forward. But I want to read the message. I didn't know where mobile model is listening, that the people in Toronto community are prepared to be part of the July 70 project. There is a name that you may not this week. We have a serious meeting with him. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, we leave you right there. We talk to this other person. Go ahead, 1 minute. Okay, we missed out on this person. Let's talk to this other one. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm done on KOK.
How are you, sir? Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you for the topic on discussion. This is Prince, and I'm Prince there. I'm phoning from a resident or passport.
Go ahead, Prince.
The rest, when it comes to the rest, the thing what the company or food are saying, our company saying are true. Because my son don't know about rest. We the one that share the banner rest January, February, March, during Ramadan. Mama got the day, gain discussion. Mark Jabate, we were in Bapolu, came man, and for me, we get 250 days for me. For came out, we get 100 days for me. 100,000 they were taking. He told on the poor money because we wanted 6,000 for 2.
You were on the truck?
I was a supervisor for the 11 men for a sign at City County.
Wow.
There, this Prince there.
Wow.
He gave out two, one person 1.5 bag. Then he gave out 1,000. We spent 4 days in the new holding. The only one who come back to the warehouse, to the motor pool there. We get holding. I gave him 1,000. They were still 1 hour. They got rep. Mark, the man who carried Mark Jabate who carried the horse.
Wow.
The other apartment, he still not play with rest. You're gonna rest in the community of people there. One very free. There was no accountability for that rest. I have a personal number if you want me to. And I have a personal number there.
Okay. Send me message on WhatsApp. Let's talk. I will bring you on the radio tomorrow by the grace of God. Send me message.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Okay. So you hearing it? Liberians who work on the rest distribution, the Saudi Arabia people rest what Majabate was sharing. You hear the man on the line? You hear the man on the line explaining how they were distributing the rest here and there? Let's talk to General Mansisi. General Dr. Mansisi, go ahead.
Thank you, thank you, my son. No, what I want to say, look, okay, you tell me what you lying to me.
Right.
Saudi Arabia for the food or is that joking?
No, Saudi Arabia said, Futa Corporation said it was Saudi Arabia that bought the rest from them. We have the document, and they were able to write Saudi Arabia and ask them for the bottom 12K. It's done in business.
Okay, then how can they do what send document to the government and we're going after Master Kenyan?
No, the document she sent was the way how they were distributing the rice under the Weah administration. They gave some of the rice out to some poor people. Just the same way Mamaka Belete was distributing the rice to Bon Kande, Mark Dawadeke, some of the rest of Bomi and Kema, like the boy who Jeff on the land. That's the document she was giving.
Okay, so for me, okay, I want to talk to you. That's why I apologize. That little boy left the line fair for you. When he's working in the government, or in the government, because he wants you to.
I don't know if he's working in the government. I don't know whether he's working in the government.
I fair for him.
He and myself will talk.
Yeah, let's see how it play up. They did not bring on the radio. But when you ask him, say he's working with the government, they have to bring on the radio because they will tell you a job.
I agree.
When the boss say you, Monica, they share it. Then you get mad, but they share it. Even in Yahoo, they get a profit next thing. They put it there. Even the worker woman, what happens Lala seeing your opposite, you're getting scholarship. She shares it to vomitante. The record is there. What going after my second now? Or because you said there's somebody saying we have to come back. So I was saying that we have to come back. We're coming back. The thing you do to the nation, the thing you do to the country, and the mama and the people are alive. See, they say the Bible, so I say they're coming back. Then you answer, you say you go after them to share the zombie. You can't do something like that, people. You can't do that. It's going to express their feeling and the fear of the country. And then the person say, but when you say we have to come back, so you go after you to jail and say, I sell record on Master Kringa and his police. I can't do it. For me, I think my married bro. I think my married bro, when I just keep on and say, oh, that kills someone, say, oh, the jail, married bro.
Okay. Okay.
So why you saw good gentlemen. So why can I see my way and say, oh, you will lose the job for free time?
Dr. Kim, I almost said Dr. Kim here. Dr. Mansisi.
Don't come in I will change that level here.
Okay. But they may not get doctorate degree, you got doctorate degree.
Oh, okay, thank you. Well, I'm not kidding you.
Okay, so Dr. Mansisi.
Yeah.
And your thoughts?
Tell your Jesse Como, right? Protest will be there.
Okay.
Jesse Como, you know what I mean? And your best friend, Bori.
We leave you right there.
Jesse Como will be at a protest ground. When you put it in the air, put it ground will be at a protest ground.
We leave you.
Everything and put it in shit and be together. Put it together back in. Thank you.
We'll leave it right there. We'll talk about the protest issue on tomorrow. We'll talk about what's expected. Hopefully, we'll have Axel Jackson or somebody else from the protest organizers in studio. They will tell us what kind of protest they come and have. How is it going to be like? What is going to be at stake? But in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, in the next 5 minutes, we'll go and check among the winners and pick up one person from there and call them so that you will hear their own testimony. Plenty of them winning. We don't have the luxury of time to call all of them. We'll go and check among them, find one person, call them, and you hear how many times they play, what play they play from, what are the LD or the US that they play in, and so forth. You yourself in the next 5 minutes can be a winner. *255 *1# will give you the opportunity. Let's see if we can talk to this person. Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing?
Okay. I'm Method Mende. I do join from District 16. How you doing, Chief?
We are great, District 16. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, let me appreciate you for your topic on discussion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me really say to Baka and his followers that this country is Liberia. This country is called the Republic of Liberia. It's not the Republic of Baka. So my Baka is what to do. Grabbing Honorable Sakimia and get put in jail is just a record he said he want to set. But I wonder that after 2029, 2030, all of these guys who doing this thing, whether they will be in this country, because it is matter of months that Joe come back to power. Nothing can stop it. No amount of dancing with the devil can one of the taking on that.
Okay.
But one thing again that I'm taking on is that anybody that claim to dance with devil, they don't have normal taking.
Okay.
So more you, I understand that what they're going through because they're dancing with the devil, so they don't have normal thinking. God bless you, brother.
Thank you. We leave you right there. We leave you right there, my dear brother. Let's go and see if we can take some more calls. And like I said, you got 5 minutes. 5 minutes for us to go and check among the winners and call one of them. I see. Well, I can be lucky to select a female winner. Yeah, because anytime when I say I want to go call some of the people who winning, that men can go answer the phone. The men then hold it. I hope among all of you who winning, I see almost 3, 4, 5 persons here. Almost all of you who winning, I hope the next person who I'll call will be a female. Hello, how are you?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, we're good. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Kamara from the Liberian Civil Rights Movement, and let me appreciate you this evening for your conversation.
Go ahead, sir.
Certainly. The government of President Baka, I heard people talking about, like you said, Maswa Kimia Waje. The rights of every citizen should be protected by our government.
Mm-hmm.
When people elect you to become leader of them, then you have the sole power to just do anything all of the way. No. That means you have you are above the Constitution or the law of the Republic. No. So it is simplest mean that you are just being given say, to steer the affair of the republic. Meaning everyone will not be able to become president at the same time to steer the affair of our country. So we just have to be able to put one person as an area to be able to steer our affair. So the president needs to be mindful. You cannot listen to those boys around you and you keep making the wrong decision. Arresting people, there should be investigation conducted. After the conclusion of those investigations, then you can, invite people, or you can go and arrest people and put hands on their hand and jail them. But you cannot go and jail people for reason that indeed you know pretty well that they are not attached to, but you just want to incriminate them to just, maybe damage their high-end character in the national community. It's wrong, and President Barker should change from there because we need a total peace in our country. If he will be able to end his leadership, he must be able to govern well. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's see if we can go to the line and select one of our winners. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, I'm all right.
Oh, that man again. Oh, yes, that man again.
You let me.
No, but how will let me? How will let me? I got one beautiful woman to the heart. That woman.
Oh,
man, I let woman been, I let my man been, I let my woman been. Simple. But anyway, win like we'll let you. So I don't get choice. How many times you play?
I played 3 times.
3 times. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you explain the process? Go ahead. The people listening, they want to know how you come and win $4,000. Go ahead. Explain the process.
Star 255 star 1.
Okay.
Hatch.
Star 255 star 1 hatch.
Yeah, 1 hatch.
That LD you playing or that US dollar?
LD.
So we reduce the thing from $100 to $50. How it looking like to you?
Well, I've been playing this in long time, but thank God that today I was able to pass through.
Okay. Yeah, so the high looking, it will get better. Some people can play, they can win. Today is your day. That's why we say once your number in the system, don't worry. You're not even expecting your number will come up. The higher won't happen today. So check your phone, 4,000 there. When you see a call back.
I heard it. I saw it.
Okay. Congratulations, my dear brother. So no need to call back again.
Yeah, the message I like to me, I saw it.
Okay, congratulations, my dear brother.
Thank you.
Okay, we leave it right there. We go back to the line. Star 255 star 1 hash is the code to play, and you could win for yourself $4,000 Liberian dollars. If one of you lucky by way, the Faki. Let's go to the lines and talk to more and more of our people. You heard Liberians. Let's see if we can talk to them. We switch to the other topic. Then we start taking calls on it. Let's take the last 3 calls on this topic. Go ahead. Let's hear you, sir. 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you, sir. How are you? Oh, your line is breaking in. Walk away small. Walk around small, please.
Okay, let me walk around. Okay, I'm alive now.
You are better. Go ahead, sir.
Very good. Fine. There are too many evidence now to show that President Waka was actually lied to the people of this country. My life.
Oh, yeah, you're alive. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah. They lied to the people of the country in order to get vote and come to power. Because the indicators are all there clear. They're all glaring. Okay? I also want this thing. Why would you choose to treat your neighbor child when your own child in the house? You are still to treat them up properly. Why? How do you justify? Because if you are not able to even discipline your own children, but you are the one that's talking about discipline in the neighborhood. At that point, if you're not too careful, you try to apply excessive discipline measures to your neighbor child, the neighborhood will come after you at times. You're not very careful. And this is the same kind of measure I'm saying Wakai is trying to create in government. People in government, they don't know Wakai like grace pay, like how you call it, the party chairperson, and several other persons. They did foundation number 4 year while late. Several other persons.
Yeah.
Number 4 or Shakugo Dennis. Several other persons, right? What have been involved in the corruption under Wakai? He had never taken that excessive disciplinary measure against them.
You put in the jail. They not even go jail one day. One minute said they not go to jail 1 minute.
No, they can't. So why are you trying to tell us? Are we fools? Are we don't know how to think for ourselves? And everything, every other day, what we can get from that, we know what kind of power again. Well, so you think we just say it, it's
Yeah.
Every other day you are doing the first things, and you think that people are not following up, they are not taking records. No, let me on the record. Baka is not proceeding very well with this country. And if you cannot afford to run the country properly, I think one of the things you have to be able to do is, my people, I'm old enough. Let me resign. You go we are.
Okay.
We're going to be in power and fail to run the country properly. And you're not doing witch hunting and go other people and you cannot provide evidence. Hey, you're not doing well for the country. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We'll leave you right there, and we will take this quick break. I'm hoping we'll take this quick break. When we come back from our break, there is something happening in this country. We'll introduce the topic for today. Then hopefully tomorrow, we will continue with this conversation. Our dear brothers, Abu and Hagar Gunda, discussed this thing this morning. We will talk about it today in few minutes. Then on tomorrow we'll continue. You too can be the same. You can win some money. Don't worry. It's star 255 star 1 hatch. Simple. 50 LD. No more $100. 50 LD, and you could walk away. People don't walking away with the money. They don't get home. They're not daring past you. But let's take this quick break, and we'll be right back on 87.9. Crime Stoppers Liberia is our official sponsor, followed by Win Liberia.
My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cent United States dollars. You can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for 200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial star 255 star 1 hatch. Again, dial star 255 star 1 hatch. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
And the work we do will bring the rubber. Then tell me so many know.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Kine Oliver Kine. KOK is what the people normally love to say. And we are back on the radio. There are too many things happening in the country, and of course, it is our job to talk about those issues. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, but we are going to go. We're going to go to too many issues. Plentiful of them. Our government is funny. This government is funny. In crew, we say the government is full of fitija. And I owe no apology for that. I'm being clear with you. A Liberian by the name of Robert Glady Gagoat Jr. wrote this piece, and I have to talk about it. Star 255 star 1 hatch. Simple. I'm looking at Windows and I'm calling the code. So Glady wrote and said, congratulations to the Republic of Liberia. Congratulations to the rescue mission, and thanks to the U.S. government for being transparent. Thanks to the U.S. government for being transparent. The $1 million question is, why has the government of Liberia not shared this in a celebration? What? Why has the U.S. government not celebrated this? Hold on, let's take this quick break. We'll be right back.
My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cent United States dollars. You can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for
Okay. So sorry. I had to attend to something. You know, unless I ain't come to work, so that the problem why I can be on here. Well, unless I ain't come, I can be in trouble. So the government, I was reading that communication. Hold on, I will address it. Hold on, I will address that communication. I gotta find something. Y'all hold on. I'm multitasking. You gotta check. Okay, check here. I'm multitasking. Yeah. Okay. So this guy wrote. He said the $1 million question is, why has the government of Liberia not shared this in a celebratory tune? From 5 billion to 1.8 billion? He was asking a question. Here is what I have been told by sources. JMB and the government of Liberia were pressured into prematurely signing the trade deal while folks were having Sunday dinner. When the government shared in February that a $5 billion partnership deal for multiple user rails were being discussed, they didn't necessarily lie. What suddenly changed is the African Summit invite. The government's desperate desire for a possible White House red carpet invite to meet President Trump and the players involved. Remember, Robert Friedland has close ties to Trump's administration and some powerful people at the White House who want to see this deal go through for third-party outsourcing. Ivanhoe has no intention to transport iron ores from Guinea, as the country is advancing steps to commission its own railway in Guinea. I'm told a direct communication to JMB insisted on a deal before his today's departure to the United States of America. This reminded me of the case with President Olusegun Obasanjo and Charles Gange Taylor. Obasanjo was instructed to turn Charles Taylor over or don't bother coming to Washington, D.C. Suddenly, Taylor was found by Nigerian custom officers trying to cross into neighboring Cameroon, while Obasanjo boarded his flight to D.C. JMB has boarded to America with an unannounced deal. Why? What this guy was trying to communicate is very simple. The government, and I'll repeat, in February, you see why we keep telling the government to stop lying, especially when they know they not get something? In February, they came up, we are about to sign a big deal with Ivanhoe and all the other BB company, HPX, all the X. And that deal will be a $5 billion deal. This Liberian poster is asking why a $5 billion deal came out to 1.8 billion. They announced 5 billion. On Sunday, while we came from church, all eating our rest, the government go lock herself in one hotel and start signing paper with half it. At the end of signing all of those papers, it became very, very concerning, my people. Very, very concerning. The government refused to tell the Liberian people to say the sign paper here. They refused to tell the Liberian people. It is the Americans through the embassy that wrote on their Facebook page and announced that they signed a deal of 1.8 billion. Initially, the Ghana government tells us our 5 billion deal they were signing. But because America pressure, tell them, oh, man, the Pavilion Sana people, you not see Donald Trump. According to sources. In Sana people, you not see Donald Trump. So our country ran in one hotel like chicken, running away from rain. Hello? Our country officials, our government ran in one hotel like chicken running from rain. The US will be 5 billion. The US will be 5 billion. They ran in one small hotel. And some people were making to 1.8 billion. There is a big question. And that question is very simple. ArcelorMittal is currently the operator of the only railway to Buchanan Port. Their contract will end in June of 2030. Until that time, I stand to be corrected. Joe Braga was the vice president when that deal was signed. Until that time, you do not have the right to give any other person access to that railway except ArcelorMittal agrees. According to what we are told, ArcelorMittal is not prepared to allow anybody in them to use that railway. The railway, what they can call train track, yeah? Train track, that they can call railway. Train track, that they can call railway. And so we do not even know the nature of the deal that was signed. We don't even know what kind of deal that they signed. And we are hoping that that deal will go to the legislature. Unfortunately, the House of Representatives is an extension of the executive branch of government. Richard Kuna, the speaker, what else do you expect? Tifa, he said Joe Bagara, uncle. What else do you expect? Hello? Hello? A legislature that signed, a House of Representatives that signed Booker's budget. They knew they were signing Booker budget. After everything finished in the Kings, they signed resolution to make their illegal activity become legal. You know how you're looking at? And like you go steal your power property, you stole all your power rubber money, you stole your power cocoa, you stole a rubber, you be a woman, you be an uncle, you do all the kind of thing. Then after 2 months, you read letter of apology, or you fail your resolution. You say all the beating what I do, let the record reflect that I was not wrong. All the cursing what I caused grandpa, let the record reflect that I was not wrong. That is what that House of Representatives. So you can trust that House of Representatives to rectify anything that was signed on Sunday. Oh, we can work on Sunday this time? I can't. Oh, we signing paper on Sunday this time? The country is bleeding. You don't know? You don't know that the men are confusing the government? You don't know that the men have, you don't know that ever since the men have lost it? The men are giving up. That shame making it, they don't want to talk. The men are giving up. Real life, they're giving up. That because of shame, they don't want to talk. Sooner or later, the banks, the commercial banks will stop giving the government of Liberia money to pay salaries. Sooner or later, it will start. It is unfortunate. It is seriously unfortunate that these things continue to happen in our country. ArcelorMittal and the people, maybe they come and start fighting over the rail. And ArcelorMittal has the authority to live on the rail. And not Joe we are getting that contract. That Joe Baga getting the contract. The same way Joe Baga and the United Party gave APN Terminal that contract to be to the port to determine how much they must charge you for continuing. Like the same way Joe Baga and the United Party gave ArcelorMittal authority to use a train track. When Lanco, they build it. When Lanco, they come out and build that train track. They don't want the blueprint, the mapping to determine where the train track will pass. ArcelorMittal can they change some iron bolts. Joe Baga, when you're vice president, head of the Liberian Senate, they gave ArcelorMittal right to use that place. And 2030, before that deal will be any. You go bring another company, you put it on the same train track. You know, the railway thing, we're not talking about it because our ordinary people will not understand it. So that the train track, I can tell the iron ore from Yekepa to carry to Buchanan, I will talk about so. And you do that on Sunday. Why everybody with their family, nobody thinking politics? Man, that BM thing that how BM can operate. The time when those people will not be looking at that time they can crack. What was it? What was the urgency on Sunday? What was the urgency on a Sunday? The simple part of it, the government posted on Facebook, the government radio, the government tell people what happened. The government did not tell the people what happened. They finished signing the deal, they got shame. They don't want to talk about it. Because you now last year, your salary at $5,000. Then they pay you $150. You kind of all swear. You start giving the children candy. No, the children don't want candy. The children ain't want candy from you. The children want you to disclose. The children want you to tell them, say, I bring the 5,000 home. But because you made people say you get 5,000, see they get you the 150, you even want to tell the person you take pay. That's what happened to the government. The government lying for already that they would have received $5 billion through that deal. They were going to sign a $5 billion deal, rather. When they signed 1.8 billion, then they close the model. I want to America say, who are in that Fidija? Who announced how many deals we signed? will announce it. That you feed on, and I will tell you to go announce 5 billion. You see it? The same way the Chinese not tell them. They go announce 285 yellow machine. Today, Jamaica, when you go China and come back, they just fighting all the machine prices. The same way nobody asked them, they said they will bring 300 buses from Ghana. They brought the flight two out of shame in the night. They run away on the cover. They park 2 down there. Look at 2 down there. They carry the buses back Ghana. Nobody asked them. They see shame. The same way nobody asked them, they said they will bring Nicotech scholarship. Well, I bring students will go America and go learn. Maybe people go to the thing is they dismiss the boy, yeah? They suspended him, the boy got to resign. Today, nobody go on scholarship. The same people they made for the office, they come and give people scholarship and other things. For the office, the paper woman office. That corruption came out again. They got to mago and they eating her. The same people to train 10,000 youth in RTC, information technology, this and that. Today, RTC youth, no training. Nothing. The money what they said are going to get the children to establish businesses, they not even get it. They not even reach 10,000. America say all that what you can go do, you're announcing what you're not able to do. You don't pour inside. We saw 1.8 billion where you won't Hollywood, not Hollywood, talk about it. Austin Kawa will continue that conversation tonight. Wherever he will leave it. Tomorrow we're hoping that Abu William will touch it. If they do not, we'll continue with that conversation on tomorrow. But let it be known that the men in power, don't be surprised. If you can be in church on Sunday, they may be signing paper. We'll be sleeping one day, the men will rock the country. And when you wake up, they say, excuse me, your government sold the country, and that includes your house. We'll return here on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. God bless Liberia. And let's continue to support the administration, regardless of how fishy they are, regardless of how intolerant they are. Let's continue to support them. Maybe they will change. Maybe things will get better. But from the way they can steal, from the way they can lie, from the way they can make all happen for nothing, I doubt it that they will do anything correct. But we are hoping that things will change. We'll return here on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. Have yourselves, a wonderful time here on 87.9. My name is Klein. Hopefully, Alexa is going to return on the midweek's edition. Until then, it has been a Freedom Communications Incorporated production. Let's take a break to return on tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, my God. Okay. Sorry. Let's take a break to be right back.